Hello and welcome back to the channel. There are some watches that you simply shouldn't buy, for a variety of reasons. Some are of poor quality, some are modded by some foil hat maniac in a shed, and some because of philosophical reasons. The Pagani design line of watches has been on my mind for some time. They often come up in Facebook groups in response to ridiculous Kickstarter campaigns that proudly show off their overpriced, revolutionary watches that require no batteries. Usually, it is because said watches have the exact same movement as this one has, the Seiko NH35, which is a staple seemingly everywhere, for good reason. Just so you know, Pagani Design has its official store on AliExpress. That is where I recommend you get one of these, if you want to get one. As you can see, the box is black, with Pagani Design in gold. You open the box and you see a blue cloth and then the watch itself, that you've bought for about $75. And the specs you get for your $75? Well, you get a diameter of 43 millimeters, a thickness of 13 millimeters. The watch weighs in at about 160 grams. And don't buy into what it says on the site. It is not 20 millimeters between the lugs, it is more like 21. You get sapphire glass. It is also stated as water resistant to 10 bar, or 100 meters. But I doubt that is actually correct. I guess you could try to scramble your brains underwater, but you'll most likely just scramble the watch. And as you can see, the case is modern Submariner maxi style. It comes on a bracelet as standard, and as I've said, it is not 20 millimeters of width, it is more like 21. I've managed to get a 22 millimeter mocha leather strap on this watch that you'll see later on, but it's just weird. In any case, the bracelet tapers down to about 60 millimeters at the clasp. The clasp itself isn't very cooperative, and it has no micro adjustment. It is reasonably comfortable, but bracelets aren't my thing anyway, and so I'm probably going to remove it. The watch is really a carbon copy of a Rolex. Apart from the logo, which states Pagani Design, basically all elements are taken directly from a Submariner. And, well, for a name like Pagani Design, there really isn't much design going on. Well, not original design anyway. You have the hands, the indices, lume and lume pip on the bezel, but there isn't much lume anyway. It's all basically just stolen. The crown is screwed down, which is a detail that I can take or leave, but on a watch like this that is not supposed to go diving, I see very little point. It is more of a negative really, since this is just another thing that can go wrong, or break, since the thread can go belly up. Something that isn't taken from a Rolex is the display case back, where you can see the Seiko movement. And the movement is accurate, within 10 seconds per day according to my observations. It runs a bit slow on mine, but there really is not that much to criticize at this price point. I can't really complain. It hacks, manual winds, what more can you ask for? On my 19 centimeter, 7.48 inch or 0.000944 furlong wrist, the watch sits well, but it is quite sizable. 43 millimeters is a lot, and I wouldn't recommend it if you have a medium-sized wrist. The thickness is impressive, and allows it to pass under a shirt cuff quite easily. So again, no real complaints. But think about it. If you have a medium-sized wrist, it's going to look a bit strange. I still have to take a few moments and philosophize a bit about this watch. This could possibly be a watch that you shouldn't buy, but not for the reasons you might think. The watch is fine. It's ridiculously spec'd out for its price, and it is, quite frankly, impossible not to recommend it. I don't think there is a watch out there that gives you bang for the buck like this one. Remember that all those Kickstarter watches with the same movement cost about 6 or 7 times more than this one. And apart from a different design, the specs are usually the same. Still, if you buy this watch, or watches like this, you need to consider a few factors. One is that people are going to hate you. Take this to a cocktail party with watch enthusiasts and you will not make a single friend. People hate these because they offer nothing new in terms of design. They're just knockoffs, copies. This one is slightly more honest since it doesn't sport the Rolex logo, but in essence, these watches are simply objects of disgust. And Pagani? I mean... let's not get into that. But, and this is a huge but, if you've watched this far, let me offer you a quiet piece of advice. If there is something that unites watch enthusiasts, it's the fact that they basically all hate watches. It is the fact that they basically hate all watches. It doesn't matter what you buy. Swiss, Chinese, Japanese, Italian, German, Spanish, French, all nations, brands, and styles are hated with a passion by at least some fan group. Therefore, if you were to get a Rolex and post a picture of it on the internet, boy are you going to get your share of hatred. So in essence, it doesn't matter what watch you buy. I think though that I have a solution, and a few types of people that could actually buy this watch. If you, for instance, already own a Rolex, then you should definitely get this one. Since most Rolexes are locked up in banks with armed guards and military bases, you can own that Rolex and still get one of these to wear at cocktail parties. Then, if someone makes fun of you, you can just show them a picture of your real, locked-up Rolex and tell them that this is your beater and that they can get stuffed. Or, if you, for instance, hate Rolexes and want to make it known, then get one of these and wear it everywhere, and especially outside Rolex retailers. Or, if you, for instance, simply don't care and need a watch that functions perfectly, that works with all outfits and occasions, and damn what other people think, then get this one. Personally, I'm a bit ambiguous. As you can see, I slapped on a brown mocha leather strap, and it livened it up quite a bit. But looking at it and wearing it does not give me that sensation of wearing, say, my Nethans, or my beloved Seagulls, or my Alpha Daytona. It's a watch that will get you no comments. Nobody will give it a second look. I know. I took it to a function a few days ago, and nobody even noticed it. It's completely anonymous. But it works. It's cheap. And as long as you are someplace where people know nothing about watches, you're gonna be fine. In the end, I cannot not recommend it, and if you're watching, you've probably already considered it. There is nothing wrong with it, and it will work, and probably last. And I mean, there is nothing in this price point that can compete. Or is there?